Hi everyone, welcome to Verbling. This is another hour of classes with me. Yay! I can't talk too loud because I'm at somebody's house. No, I'm kidding. How's it going? You guys have made reservations. That's awesome. This class is fully booked. So if you've made a reservation, then now is the time to join. Now. All right? Hamid, how are you? Hamid, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm pretty well. What about you?
I'm great too. How long have you been waiting for this class?
I have been waiting for many hours.
For an hour. Wow. Wow, that's a long.
And did you change your site? Because I mean, you were different sites for yesterday.
Oh, my location.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm moving nowadays, so it's like nothing is certain. So, which is why I told you guys. All right. Who? Oh, we have Akif from yesterday. Akif, nice to see you again.
Nice to. How are you?
I'm good. It's really hard to hear you. That's better. How are
Yes,
you?
I am. Thanks. And you?
I'm great too. I'm glad to see that you've turned your camera on. All right. Is this a better time for you, Akif? Because I know yesterday you said it was way too late.
Yes.
This is a better time? That's awesome. Let's see. Who else do we have? We have Ayat Asan. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh no, not you, Akif. Akif. Ayat.
I am?
No, not you. Another student. Sorry.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Ayat Asan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can see you. How are you?
I cannot hear you at all.
His voice is very light.
His voice is very light? Okay, Ayat, I can't hear you at all. It's really, really difficult to hear what you're saying.
Difficult.
Yes,
Right now?
that's
Okay.
better. That's better.
Yeah, I'm very glad to meet you.
I'm happy to meet you too. Where are you from?
Yes, I'm from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Nice. And is this your first time here?
Yes.
It's your first time ever in a Verbling class?
No, in your class.
In my class. Okay. All right. Well,
You are so busy or I don't know. I can't describe it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
I can't to join your class.
She's so popular.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you so much. And I'm happy that you were finally able to get into class. And we have Nihan with us. Hi, Nihan.
Hi, Hina.
How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm great too. Where have you been?
I booked your classes, but I fell asleep, unfortunately.
So you're the people who book my classes and then go to sleep.
Yes.
I always wonder. I'm like, people have made reservations, but where are they? So, okay, so I get it. It's people like you, Nihan. I'm happy that you're here. How have you been?
I'm doing great.
That's awesome. Let's see, who else we have we have lots of new faces today, so that's awesome. Jueku. That how you say it? I should learn. Say it again. Jehiko. Okay, she's like, I'll deal with it. How are you? Nice to see you again. And let's see, who else we have? Sabri? Sabri? Hi, how are you? I'm great, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Where are you from?
I'm from Turkey.
You're from Turkey as well? Wow, we have lots of Turkish people. I feel like
Yes.
half the class is Turkish right now. We have Hamid, Nihan, Akif, and now you. What part of Turkey are you from, Sabri?
I'm from Ankara.
Ankara. Okay, I think Akif is from Ankara as well. Akif?
Yes, you are right.
Yes.
Yes.
I know everything. So that's awesome. So welcome, Sabri. Is this your first time here?
Thank you.
Is this your first time here?
I'm sorry?
Is this your first time on Burbling?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So really nice to have you join us. Let's see. Let's move on to Kinga. Kinga. Hi, Kinga. I see you waving. Say hi to us. Oh, I feel like her computer, I think her internet might be a little... No? Kinga, can you hear me? Say hi. Speak to me.
Maybe her microphone is muted.
Muted? Okay. So, Kinga, I think your microphone is muted. So, hold on. Let me show you how to unmute your microphone.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So, Kinga, you see here, up here, this microphone, this button, this will mute you and unmute you. So you need to click on it so you can talk to us. Let's see. Okay. So Kinga, say hi. And lastly, we have Andre. Andre? Yeah, how do you say your name?
Hello. Hello,
Hi,
Hina.
Andre. How are
Hello,
you?
everybody.
You've been in my class before.
Yeah, I've been.
Yes, you're from either from Ukraine
Russia.
or Russia.
No,
Russia.
no, Russia.
Russia. Oh, okay, all right.
Yes.
Same thing. Nah.
Little warm.
I was close enough, guys. Come on. So that's awesome. Nice to have you back, Andre. Okay, so
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna. So because I cannot say Yohiko's name properly for the life of me, I'm gonna tell
Okay,
you that.
let me write in Turkish so that a Russian guy can read it to you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you she is from Serbia, but she lives in France. So
No.
she's from Wait, what is it?
Bosnia.
No, Serbia. Correct, Yohiko?
No, but I'm not she. That's one thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to make my accent as pure as possible, but I'm not doing it correctly.
That's okay. We're all here. We're all here to learn. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Here's
So
my
welcome,
name.
guys.
Try to read it.
Oh, my Burbling chat isn't working.
Okay.
That's okay. Let me just go on. Let me just go on Burbling's
Okay.
website. Yeah.
I posted in
Google chat. Okay. Oh, that's in Russian. Andre, read that name. Andre, go to Google chat and read that name.
Oh, Željko Mijušković.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Željko. Am I saying it right, Andre?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. I really do. I do try to get names right, but I'm sorry. Okay. So.
Okay, so I'll be staying in your classes for a while, so I get you'll get it.
I will. This is only trial 2. I'll get it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So guys, welcome everyone. I've set this as a beginner level class because I didn't want beginner students to not join. We are going to learn how to read time in English. There are lots of different ways to tell what the time is, the same specific time. You can tell it in many different ways, and we're going to read about what they are. And I think that this is a great, not just skill, but it's something that is necessary to have, because if somebody asks you what time it is, then it's like, I don't know how to tell you, all right? So there are a couple of documents that I'm going to be using in class today. There's a PowerPoint that I'm going to share, and then there's a Google document that we're all going to read together, and we're going to learn what a sundial is. Have you guys heard of a sundial? Sundial. I'm writing it in the chat, Google chat. Have you guys heard of that before?
It is related to sun, but I have no idea.
Okay, sundial is the way people tell time using the sun. Okay, so when you have like a structure that tells you the time based on the sun and the shadows, that's called a sundial. So we're going to learn what a
Sun clock.
Sun clock. Yeah, exactly. Does everybody know what a dial is? Dial?
Yeah.
What's a dial, Nihan?
It's a kind of clock.
A clock, okay. A dial is anything that is circular that has numbers around it, okay? What else can you think of that can be a dial, guys, aside from a clock? Think all the way back in the 90s. Hello?
Oh,
Telephone.
It's
So
a
you had
call.
telephones. Yeah, so you had telephones. You had a dial. You would dial the number, right? You'd put your finger and then you go like this, like 4, 5, 8.
Yeah.
That was a dial. Yeah.
For
So a
example,
dial is
Hina's
any.
number. For example, Hina's number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Exactly. So you would dial it. Okay. We even say it right now. When you pick up the phone and you say, "Oh, can you call my mom?" You say, "Can you dial her number?" Okay.
Dial, yeah.
To dial a number is to call that number, all right? So to
Yeah.
dial is the verb, and a dial itself is a circular object that has numbers all around it. So the face of a clock, all right? A clock that has 12, 1, 2, 3, that's called a dial, all right? The dial of a telephone, okay? So a sundial would be a dial that uses the sun to tell time, okay? So we're going to learn about what a sundial is and how it works, okay? If you guys, all right? So this should be a really fun class, and it's going to require you guys to talk a lot about numbers in English, which I know is a really scary skill for a lot of people. So I hope you'll be able to come over that fear. So let me just try to get Kinga to talk to us again. Kinga, can you hear me? Kinga? No? Okay. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with her microphone, but I hope she's able to join. All right. So let's get started. If there's any questions while I'm teaching, if there's anything that's unclear, something that you don't understand, please stop me and I'll explain it again. Okay? Don't just sit there and be like, I have no idea what's going on. All right? So I'm going to start off with a presentation, a PowerPoint. You guys don't have this, so you'll only be seeing it from my screen. So let me just give you guys a little bit of a hint. Click on my icon, click on my thumbnail, and then the picture will be frozen there. It won't move back and forth, okay? So if somebody else talks, it won't be taken to their camera, so you'll be able to see me and what's on the screen all the time, okay? Telling the time. Okay, so let me ask. So if this is the time, okay, how would you guys say it? Andre, how would you say that time? I've written it in the chat.
It's 15 minutes to 4.
15 minutes to 4. Perfect. Yes, 15 minutes to 4. Okay. What's another way of saying the same time? Nihan, what's another way of saying? Quarter to 4. Okay. And another way of saying it, one more time. Sabri.
Maybe 9 o'clock.
No, it's not 9 o'clock. Try again.
Easy.
What's it? Saying that same time.
Can I say?
22, 22 for...
No. No, Hamid, what is it? Another way of saying the same time.
3:45 p.m.
Okay, perfect.
We can say 45 minutes past 3. I don't know if it's correct.
45 minutes past 3, you would not say it. It would, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but we don't say time like that. And that's what we're going to discuss today. What is acceptable and is not acceptable when you're talking about the time. Okay? So let's get some basics straight first. What is AM and PM? AM. What are the AM hours? Tell me, guys.
M is night times.
What is night? Okay, no, okay, what is AM? Let's talk about AM first.
Yes, M.
AM. AM.
AM is singular. How can I say it? It's,
Okay.
It's night time.
It's nighttime. Okay. When does AM start? Akif, when does AM start?
In the morning. Oh
Okay.
no. In
Okay.
the after 20 o'clock.
After midnight.
Midnight.
Yes, exactly. After midnight. Exactly.
Yeah.
Midnight is AM starts, and then when does AM end?
At the noon.
At noon. Exactly.
noon,
So AM stands for anti-meridian. Okay, I'm writing it in the Google chat. Anti-meridian. Does anybody know what language that is?
Latin.
That's Latin, exactly. Anti-meridian is Latin. That's what AM means. And it stands for before noon. Before noon. We all know what noon is, right? Noon is 12 p.m. 12 p.m. is when the sun is supposed to be the highest in the sky. Okay? So we call that noon. What comes before noon? What time of day? Morning, exactly. So we have morning, and then we have noon. What's after that?
Afternoon.
Yeah. And then?
Evening.
Yeah, and then?
Night.
There you go. Okay. So AM stands for anti-meridian. It means before noon. So after midnight to noon is the AM hours. And then after that, what do we have? What's after AM?
PM.
PM. And
PM.
can anybody guess what that stands for?
Post meridian.
Yes, perfect. PM is okay, and that basically just means afternoon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Between noon and midnight.
Between noon and midnight, exactly. All right. So, so it's very important. So, because when you tell someone, "Oh, meet me at 10 o'clock," that can mean 10 a.m., which is in the morning, or that can mean at 10 p.m., which is in late evening. Okay. So it's very, very important to let people know what time, whether it's a.m. or p.m. What's another way to avoid that confusion? So if you don't want to talk about AM or PM, how do you avoid confusing people what time you're talking about?
We can use 24 hours.
24-hour clock. Yeah. Does everybody know how to use the 24-hour clock?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So when does the 24-hour clock begin? Like what's the first hour?
Midnight.
After midnight.
What hour is midnight?
0.
0. It's 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay? 0, 0, 0, 0. That's midnight. Okay? So what comes after midnight? What's the first hour?
1 p.m. AM.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
24-hour clock. In a 24-hour clock, how would you say it?
1 in the morning.
You would say 0100. 0100 hours.
100? It's like 100.
Yeah, exactly. All right. 100 hours. Okay. So on a 24-hour clock, 1 a.m. is called 100 hours. Okay. Why do you think we do that? What would 2 a.m. be called?
200
yeah.
hours.
200.
200 hours. This is also called military time. Okay, if you know anybody who's in the army or who's in the military, they only use time this way. They don't talk about 2 o'clock or 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. They only use time this way. Okay, so
in casual we don't use this kind of calling expression, do we? Because I didn't hear before.
And if you watch any American movies about the military or army, this is the time that they use. This is how they talk about it. Meet me there at 100 hours. Okay? All right?
Okay.
All right?
Hina, but if we have 222, maybe.
Okay.
We don't say, we say 0222, yeah?
Yes, yes, exactly. 0222. So 100 is 1 a.m., 200 is 2 a.m. What would be 9 a.m.?
Or
9 a.m.
900.
Oh, 900.
Oh, what would be 10 o'clock?
1000.
1000.
1000.
We say 1000. We say 1000. Perfect. We say 1000. Now you'll understand why we call this a 24-hour clock, because 11 a.m. is 1100, 12 p.m. is 1200. What is 1 p.m.? What is 1 p.m.?
1300.
Okay? So this is very important to know, because this is a 24-hour clock. 1 p.m. becomes 1300. After 12 p.m., you continue using the same number. So you do 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way to 23. Do you ever hit 2400? Do you ever hit 2400? 2400? Do you ever get to that number?
Yes.
24.
No?
Yeah.
Why not, Andre? Why don't you get to that number?
Because we'll get 000.
Yes,
Zero.
perfect. So what is the biggest number that you can have in a 24-hour clock?
2359.
159.
Yes, 2359. What time is that? What's another way of saying that time?
11:59 p.m.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right. So this is the 12-hour clock and the 24-hour clock. Regularly, most people use the 12-hour clock. They'll say, "Oh, it's 3:30 p.m. or it's 3:30." Okay.
But in Russia, we use 24-hour system.
Oh, that's standard.
Mainly, yeah, it's mainly.
Okay. And yes,
Turkey is also same.
Turkey is also the same. Yeah. Over here in North America, we very, very rarely use the 24-hour clock. We almost always use the 12-hour clock, unless you're talking about the army or the military. They always use the 24-hour clock. Okay? So if you ever watch like war movies, Hollywood movies, and they talk about, oh, it's 2200 hours, now you know. What is 2200 hours? What time would that be? 2200.
10 p.m.
Yes.
10 p.m. Yeah.
Also,
Perfect.
time is in Turkey now 2223.
So that's 10:23 p.m. Okay? And
Or
is this
or 2222.
perfect? So guys, is this clear? Is anybody confused? I know this is a little, I mean, if you've never been introduced to this way of measuring time, it can be confusing, but is everybody comfortable with this? So Sabri, Akif, Ayat, are you guys okay?
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. We just have somebody else who joined us. We have Yaroslav. Yaroslav, can you hear me? Hello? Yaroslav? No? Okay. Yaroslav and Kinga, I cannot hear you guys, okay? So if you guys want to unmute yourselves and talk, that would be great. Okay? Let me just say, Jelko? Jelko? Are you okay? Jelko? Can you hear me?
They don't want to speak.
They don't want to speak. What's wrong? Did I scare everybody? This wasn't that hard, was it, guys? Everybody's okay with it, right? Okay. So if you guys are comfortable, then we'll move on. All right? So we're going to get practice in class today, and you guys are going to have to learn to tell time in the 12-hour clock as well as the 24-hour clock. Okay? So I'll tell you which one to tell me in. So let me get back to my PowerPoint. Okay? All right. Telling the time. Okay. All right. So this is, what is this called? What is this called, guys? Dial. Perfect. This is a dial, a circular object with numbers around it. This is a dial, okay? Now on a clock, what do we have? What are the two hands of a clock? Do you guys know that the parts of a clock that tell time are called hands? Hands. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are the two hands?
A minute hand and
minute
hour
hand.
hand.
Yes, minute hand.
And our hand.
And there's one more hand. What is that called?
Hour.
No, hour. So that tells you the hour. Second, the second hand is called the sweep hand. Sweep hand. Okay? You guys know what's this is 12 o'clock. Okay?
Yeah.
Do we know why we say o'clock? Can you guys guess where the o'clock comes from?
Maybe from 0.
From 0? Okay, what else? Why else do you think we say o'clock?
Off clock.
Sorry?
Off clock.
We say o'clock, off clock. Oh, 12 o'clock. That's a good guess, but it's because the clock is usually round. Okay, so the O, we use the O.
Hina.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. All right. Okay. So we say
Are you
O.
kidding?
We say O because O is the shape of a clock, the circle. So we say O clock. So 12 o'clock. All right. Yeah. The person who came up with that, they decided that all clocks had to be round. So they decided to make it O clock. So the face of a clock. Right. Okay. Now let's go on. So we have 12 o'clock. Now. The clock is divided into 2 halves, all right? So one half is from 12 to 6, and the other is from 6 back to 12. And the way you tell time depends on where where the minute hand is, okay? So let's look at the first half of the clock first. Any time that is in this range, we say past, okay? For example, if it is 12:15, how would you say it? What's another way of saying 12:15? 12:15 p.m.
15 minutes past 12.
Yes, 15 minutes past 12. 15 minutes. Okay.
Or quarter past 12.
Quarter past 12. Quarter past 12. Okay. There are the 3 ways of saying 12:15. 15 minutes past 12. Quarter past 12. What if it is 12:20? We say that. Another way of saying 12:20.
Is 20 past 12.
Yes, 20 minutes.
You know, when you are writing, you know you are muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm just writing whatever I say. So 20 minutes past 12 or just 20 past 12. Here in North America, a lot of people will not say the minutes. They'll just say it's 20 past 12. Okay? That means that it's 12:20 p.m. Okay? So this half of the clock, when the minute hand is anywhere here, we say it is past the amount of time that the minute hand is away from number 12. Okay? What if the minute hand is at 6? So if it's 12:30?
Half past 12.
Half past 12. Half past 12. Okay? Half past 12. Perfect. Okay? Now let's look at the other side of the clock, the other half. Right? So 5 past 12, 10 past 12, 15 past 12. This is quarter. We already discussed this. So if the time is 12:15, it'll be quarter past 12. What if the time is 1:15? What is that?
Quarter past 1.
Yes, quarter.
Or 15 minutes 1.
Yeah, 15 minutes past 1. You can't just say 1. You have to say past.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, perfect. All right, so this is quarter. And then 20, 25, when you hit 30, that's half. All right? Quarter past, half past. Now let's look at the other half. The other half of the clock takes you from 6 back to 12. Okay? So if the time is 5:40, what do you think that will be? 5:40.
Quarter to 6.
Ooh, 5:40 is it 5:40?
No.
Pardon.
20 minutes.
20 to 6.
Yes, perfect. 20
minutes.
20 minutes to 6 or just 20 to 6. So we say anytime from 6, the minute hand is from 6 to 12, then we say it is 2. And we talk about the hour that is approaching, okay? So even though the time is 5:40, we say it is 20 to 6. So you're talking about the future hour that is going to approach, not the hour that is ending, the hour that is about to start, okay? If the time is 6:45, what is that?
It is quarter to
Yes, quarter to what? Yes.
7.
Yes, quarter to 7. 6:45 is quarter to 7. Everybody knows what a quarter is, right? Let's just quickly recap that. How much is a quarter?
1/4.
15.
A quarter is basically in a fraction is 1/4.
1/4. Yeah.
Thank you. Perfect, Zelko. So 1/4. So 1/4 means 25%, right? It's easy to remember because 15 minutes are 25% of an hour, right? How many minutes in an hour? How many minutes in 1 hour?
60 minutes.
60.
Yep. 1 hour is 60 minutes. 15 minutes is 25% of the hour. So it's a quarter of the hour. So it's a quarter to 15 minutes to the next hour. Quarter past, 15 minutes past the hour that has just started. Okay? All right? So let's say quarter. So this is 2. All right? So 35, 40, 45. This is quarter to. And then this is o'clock. All right? So quarter, half, quarter, and o'clock.
Yeah.
Right? Is that clear? So this is basically a good summary of what we've just done. So we have quarter past, half past. Would you ever say half to?
No.
No, you wouldn't. It's just, we just don't say it. We say half past, okay? Quarter past, half past, and then we say quarter to. Or we say 5 to, 5 minutes to 1 o'clock. 4 minutes to 1 o'clock, 4 minutes to 1 o'clock, whatever. We don't say 4 minutes, it's just an estimate. 5 minutes to 1 o'clock, 10 minutes to 1 o'clock, and all that stuff. This is very important to know because not everybody in North America says time the same way. So if somebody asks you the time or if somebody tells you the time in one of these ways and you don't know what they're talking about, then it can be very confusing, okay? And it's very, very important to always mention AM or PM if you are not using the 24-hour clock. If you're using the 24-hour clock, then there's no need to because it's automatically understood, right? But if you're not using the 24-hour clock, it's imperative that you use AM or PM, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to get practice. So each one of you is going to have to tell me the time, all right? Is this clear for everyone? Is it confusing?
No,
In my opinion,
It's
it is
clear?
clear.
It's clear? Okay. So let's move on, and you guys will have the opportunity to tell me, so what time is it? You guys will have to tell me what time it is, okay? So let's get started. Akif, what time is it? Akif, are you there? Yeah?
Yes. It is 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. It's 1 o'clock. Okay?
Okay.
All right? Okay, what time is it? Let's get Andre. What time is it?
It is 10:15.
Quarter past. Perfect. Quarter past 10. It's quarter past 10. Awesome. Okay. Let's do Ayat. What time is it?
20 minutes past 7. 20 past 7.
Yeah, perfect. 20 minutes past 7 or 20 past 7. Both mean the same thing. So it's 20 past 7. Perfect. Okay. Hamid, what time is it?
It is 9:30.
Yes. Past.
Hina, can we say 30 past 9?
No, we don't say 30 past 9. What's another? If you want to say 30, how would you say it?
Half past 9.
No, you say half past 9 or 9:30. Or you say it's 9.
9:30.
You say either it's half past 9 or it's 9:30. You will not say 30 past 9. Okay? I mean, you will never hear anybody say that. They'll always say 9:30 or 9:30. Okay? Perfect. It's 9:30. Perfect.
Why don't say it this way?
Well, we just don't. That's just not what the convention is. Convention is things that we just say because they're acceptable. That's just not acceptable. Okay? So, Ismail, why don't you try this one? What time is it?
It is 1:45.
Would you say 1:45?
Yes.
Okay? You wouldn't say 1:45. You would just say 1:45. Okay? O'clock is, when do we say o'clock? When do we use the o'clock?
When the minutes 0.
Exactly. We only use o'clock when the minutes are 0, okay? When it's exactly 1, we say it's 1 o'clock, okay? When it's exactly 5, we say it's 5 o'clock, all right? We will not say 20 minutes to 5 o'clock because o'clock automatically means that the minutes are 00. But you just said that there are 20 minutes to get to 5, okay? So o'clock is only when the time is exactly o'clock, no minutes. Okay, is that clear?
Okay, it's clear.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. So yeah. So this is 1:45. Okay. 1:45. Perfect. Thank you, Ismail. Next, let's get Nihan. Nihan, what time is it?
It is 25 to 5.
25. Perfect. 25 minutes to 5 o'clock. Perfect. Okay. We would not say, would we say 35 minutes past 4?
No.
No, we wouldn't.
We just,
it's not.
We just only say 4:35.
Yes, or exactly. You would say 4:35. You would say 4:35 or 25 to 5. You will not say 35 past 4. Okay? Once we cross the number 6, once we cross half, then you have to start talking about the hour that is approaching in the future, not the hour that is ending in the past. Okay? Perfect. Thank you, Nihan. Now it's your turn, okay? So now you're not going to get any help. You guys are going to have to tell the time without any help, okay? So let's go. So Sabri, what time is it?
Half past 8.
Is it 8:30?
No.
Okay.
7.
7:30.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It's 7:30. Yes, it's 7:30. Perfect. Jelko, you ready for the next one?
Okay.
Okay. What time is it?
Okay, it's 11:10.
It's 11:10. What's another way of saying it?
10 past 11.
10 past 11. Okay. 10 past 11. It's 11:10. Perfect. Thank you, Jelko. Next, let's go back to Akif. Akif, what time is it?
Quarter to 8.
Perfect. 8. Okay. Awesome. It's 7:45. Okay. Okay. 7:45. Let's get Andre. What time is it?
It is 1 o'clock.
Yes. 1. Okay. There are no minutes. It's exactly 1 o'clock. Okay. So that's when we say it's 1 o'clock. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Andre. Ayat. Next one. What time is it?
5 to 5.
5 to 5. Yes, perfect. 5 minutes to 5 o'clock. It's 5 to 5. Very well done. Perfect. And that's it. That's the end of our presentation. Okay? Did you guys have any questions about that? This is the convention of reading time in English. If you do not follow the 24-hour clock, then you have to be familiar with these conventions. 1:45, 1/4, 1/2. There's never 1/2. Okay? Any questions before I go on to the next part?
No questions.
No? Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I have a quick Google Doc that I want to go through. We're going to cover a little bit of vocabulary. And then if there's any questions at the end about asking time, then we can take care of those then. All right? Let me link you guys this. Okay? You can actually keep this with you. Let me just change the settings so you guys can have it. Okay? Here. There you go. So you guys can open the Google document. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is look at clocks. There are two main types of clocks. Okay. What are they called? What is this round clock that has numbers on it? What is this kind of clock called?
Analog.
Analog. Yes. Analog.
Digital.
Okay. And
Digital.
clocks do you guys use at home? Akif, what kind of clock do you use?
I used analog clock.
Use an analog clock.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And you guys can see the three hands of a clock over here. What are the three hands again? Nihan, tell me the three hands.
Oh my gosh. I don't remember.
Oh, come on, Nihan. Just tell me one of them. What's one of the hands of a clock?
Really, I don't remember, Hina.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pay attention.
Wow, you should pay attention. Sabri, tell me one hand of the clock.
Maybe telephone clock.
No. Okay.
One of them sweep.
Sweep, yes. Which is the sweep hand? Sweep hand.
The second.
Yes. Second. Okay. So you guys can can see the sweep hand right here, right? The thin one. What?
Our hand or minute hand.
Our hand.
And minute hand, maybe.
Perfect. Okay. Where is the hour hand pointing? Ayat, what number is the hour hand pointing to? Ayat? Are you there? Yeah?
I can't hear you. Can you repeat?
The hour hand, what number is it pointing towards?
What?
Okay, yeah. Hamid, why don't you tell me, what number is the hour hand pointing at? What number is it on?
10.
10, exactly. The hour hand is on 10. Andre, what number is the minute hand on?
It is pointing to 2.
2, perfect. And Jelko, what number is the sweep hand on?
5.
5, perfect. Okay. Hour hand is on 10, minute hand is on 2, sweep hand is on 5. So now you guys know what the hands are. Okay. So Akif uses an analog clock at home. Andre, what kind of clock do you use?
I use digital.
You use a digital? Okay.
On my phone, yeah.
Okay.
Mostly.
Okay. What about you, Ayat? What kind of clock do you use at home?
I have an analog.
You have an analog clock. Okay. Hamid, what about you?
I have a smartphone, so I have a digital.
You have a digital clock.
Wow.
Ismail, what about you? What kind of clock do you use?
I use both of them.
You use both. Okay, you use both of them. Do you?
Yes.
So you have analog clocks that are hanging on the walls in your house.
Yes, in some rooms.
Okay,
There is
perfect.
analog clock and
I have 9 clocks.
You have 9 clocks, so Nihan.
And even in bedroom.
So the majority of your clocks, are they analog or digital?
All of them are analog with the wall clocks.
Oh, yeah, that's another good word. Wall
No.
clock.
I have a digital one in my bedroom.
All right, that's
With the
good.
radio. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't like digital clocks because the light really bothers me when I'm sleeping at night. I don't like the light of like a digital clock. It's like
exactly what I like because in the dark I cannot see anything.
Oh, so the clock that you hang on your wall is called a wall clock. What about the clock that you wear?
So
What's
watch.
that called?
Watch.
Watch, exactly. Watch. Okay.
And Hina, I hate the alert in clock.
You hit the alert? Alarm. Alarm.
Alarm.
Alarm. Yeah.
Also, you say it is the worst
sound ever. It's true.
I have 3 alarm clock.
You have 3 alarm clocks? That's horrible.
It's hard to wake up in morning.
I know. Sabri, what kind of clocks do you have?
I don't use because I have a telephone.
Oh, okay. So you have a.
We all have telephone.
That's true. And Jelko, what about you? What kind of clocks do you have?
Well, I use both, but I mainly use digital ones.
You mainly use digital. Okay. So digital, so the watch that you wear, you can either call it a watch or a wristwatch. Okay? Wristwatch and watch is the same thing. Wrist, this part of your body is called the wrist. So when you wear a watch here, it's a wristwatch. Okay?
Pocket watch?
Pocket clock or pocket watch. We don't really use those anymore. Okay? It's like they were like circular clocks that people would put in their pockets, pocket watches. They would take them out to look at them. Not a lot of people use those anymore. They're now vintage. You guys know what vintage is? Vintage?
Yeah, vintage.
Yeah, they're vintage.
Grandfather had a pocket watch.
Pocket watch, yeah. So they're very old and people just use them for, memories and for sentimental purposes. They don't have a function in society anymore because you have cell phones and you have, wristwatches, and just everywhere you go you can find out the time. So people don't really use them anymore. Okay?
But Hina, if we have one, it is very valuable.
It is very valuable. Yes, it's very, very valuable. That's true. Okay.
And
Here
Hina,
are.
Sorry, do you know iWatch?
iWatch, is that from Apple?
Yes.
No, I'm not familiar with that. I have to finish up this class, Hamid, and then we can talk later. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I just wanna tell you guys a couple of ways for asking the time in English. Okay. So here are some phrases you can use when you want to know the time. Okay. Andre, can I get you to read the first 2?
What's the time? Yeah, what time is it?
Perfect. And Nihan, the next 2.
Have you got the right time? What time do you make it?
Okay. This all mean the exact same thing. Basically, what is the time right now? Okay. What's the time? What time is it? These are the ones that you use predominantly in North America. Okay, have you got the right time? And what time do you make it are used mostly in Britain. Okay, so but all 4 of these questions mean the same thing. What's the time right now? And the way you answer is the time is or it's. Okay. So let's quickly go through this time, and you guys have to say the entire sentence. You can't just tell me the time. You have to say the time is or it is. Okay? So let's look at the very first picture. Hamid, what's the time?
My appointment time with my lover, it is 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Okay, perfect. Nihan, the second one on the right. What time is it, Nihan?
1 o'clock?
You have to say it's 1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock.
Perfect. You guys have to say full sentences. Perfect. Ayat, the third one. What time is it?
It's 25 past 6.
25 past 6. Perfect. Andre, the fourth one. What time is it?
The time is 5 minutes past 10.
Perfect. Time is 5 minutes past 10. Awesome. Jelko, the first one on the left at the bottom. What time is it?
Okay, so it's 1:30.
It's 1:30. Sabri, what time is it? The next one.
2:15.
You have to say it is 2:15 or the time is 2:15.
2:15.
Okay. And lastly, we have Akif. Akif, what time do you make it?
Yes, it is 7:45.
Quarter to 8. Yes. Perfect. It is 7:45. And lastly, Hamid, have you got the right time?
Yes, it is 5:30.
5:30?
4.
It's 4:30. Yes, be careful, okay? Be careful. If you Okay, I don't know what happened, but the class is up anyways. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me, even through the technical difficulties. I really appreciate it. Is that clear for everyone? Are there any more questions? Is there anything that was confusing?
No.
No? Okay. I'm so happy that you guys decided to come out and to stick with me. I hope this was an informative and a fun class for everyone. Make sure that if you still do have questions, don't hesitate to ask me on my Facebook page, and make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find all my classes there. Okay, so there you go. Okay. For now, I'm out. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you later. All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.